Good afternoon, YTPC. We are back at Emerson Southern Forge, and we're back to blending today. So I'm kind of excited to get back into it. It was a long, hard packing, moving, losing blenders. I actually found out yesterday. I even lost some of my cellar, like just a box of it's missing. So there's like 60 jars missing. Kind of a pain in the ass, but it is what it is, and we're here safely. It's a strange thing being in here in Colorado. So many people from the Instagram pipe community and the YTPC have reached out and said, "Oh, we're so glad you're here in Colorado. Let's meet up. We'll have a pipe." And it's just been wonderfully gracious. And the neighbors here in Parker are stone cold, unfriendly people. Not sure how these two things meet up, but here we are. So anyway, today we're doing two blends. We're doing Irish Unalii for Willie Lee. He had reached out to me and he wanted something that represented his Dutch, German, Irish, and Native American heritage. Okay, so I came up with a blend. It should be very interesting. Some red, bright Virginias, a little Cavendish, a little Rustica, a little Stoved Red, a little Dark Burley. Excited about that. And then another friend of mine, Mike, wanted to do Satanic Panic. So if you follow, it's kind of out there, the podcast, you know who requested this, Mike, from the Pipe and Tamper. And it is a Latakia and Oriental blend. And he wanted to call it Satanic Panic. So that's what we're doing. Before I get to that, though, I got a package today from my friend Corey at ABBS. Nice handwritten note on the back. This is the Super Chimney. And Corey just does, you guys know how I am about artisan pipe makers. I just love what they do. I love the best analogy that I can give. If you were out shopping for a painting and you stopped in a store and someone said, this is a really good painting, you're really going to like this. And you find out that the artist was a man named Paul Renoir. And you take it home and your grandkids see it 50 years from now. And they said, "Grandpa, is that a Renoir?" I said, "Yeah. I met him at a shop. And I saw his artwork and I really liked it and I brought it home, been hanging on the wall, and this will be an heirloom to pass down to the family." And that's what it's like getting a pipe from an artisan pipe maker. "Oh, I got this pipe from Tim at Papa Bear's Pipes. Oh, Grandpa, he's kind of a legend in the pipe community." Well, he is. Well, there are a lot of guys like that. And there are a lot of up-and-coming people that are coming out with just some amazing work. And I absolutely love Corey's work. And I saw this the other day and just loved it. It is a stacked, I would call it a stacked demi-warden, a nice, deep, tall bowl with just a wonderful flared, if you can see it here, where it's grooved wonderfully. It's just a spectacular looking pipe. And I can't say thank you enough to Corey. I really appreciate it. Just a fantastic pipe. And this will be a dedicated Virginia pipe because I like how Virginia smoked out of taller, deeper bowls. So that's what it'll be for. So on to the blending. So let's get the blending. Let's strap on some gloves. By the way, when you're moving, cardboard does terrible things to my hands. It dried them out. It cracked them. And I touched a lot of cardboard. Living and learning. So let's get started on Willie Lee's blend. And I just want to thank everybody that has requested blends. I'm going to try to do 2 this week so I can get the 6 knocked out that I have waiting to go. The new blend list is ready. It's the 5/7 revision. There's now 4 pages. One of the things that I'm really excited about is the Dreek Groove, the Grey Cottage blend. That's a light English that has the bergamot flavoring on it to make it taste like Earl Grey tea. I think that's going to be kind of interesting, and it's the start of what I'm going to call the Mile High series, which is going to be coming soon. Some things that I don't normally do. I'm going to work on a Weber with a vanilla flavor. Yeah, it's an aromatic, but I've had so many people come to me and say, "When are you going to start making aromatics?" Okay, well, now that I'm in Colorado, I'll make an aromatic. We'll see how it goes. So let's go ahead and fire up the scale and get this zeroed out. So we're going to put a red Virginia in. And here's something interesting I noticed after living in Colorado for 2 weeks. That tobacco does taste differently. There are certain blends that just took on a completely different flavor profile. And I don't know if it was the traveling or if it was just the altitude difference because I'm here in the Mile High City now. But it's really interesting because some of the flavors are so different. One of my favorite personal blends is Port Marion, which is a Weber with a little Dark Fire Kentucky, and I absolutely loved it, and it got better. And I'm not really sure how to explain that. So off we go. Okay, then we're going to add a little bright Virginia. And we'll just keep adding and adding. And I think I'm going to put a small table in here at some point just to keep the blenders on because the blending table isn't really quite big enough with a stupid microphone in my face. So now we've got bright Virginia. But I like the sound quality better from the microphone, so I'll kind of go with it from there. And then we're going to add a little red Cavendish. I really wasn't sure the direction I was going to go with this, and I haggled over it and thought about it and thought, okay, I'm going to try something just completely different, something that I've never tried before, and see if I can get this one just right for Willie Lee. Because it's an interesting challenge to get. I'm not all that familiar, just based on what I've read about Dutch blends. They tend to be a little Virginia heavy, they're a little bit sweet. If any of my German friends are watching, and Max, if you can tell me what Germans smoke most. But I see a lot of German blends, and then to try to come up with something that honors the Native American heritage, we're going to put a little Rustica in it. My first batch of Rustica I thought was terrible. In fact, I threw it out. And I got a second batch, and it really does have something unique, and it will make this blend a little more potent. Okay, we'll see how it does. But I am already enjoying the tin note with the 2 Virginias and the red Cavendish and the Rustica in it. I think this is going to hit a new mark. We'll find out. We'll throw it in the press. We'll figure it out. I'll throw it. Goodness. Airtight. Ball jars. Never let you down unless the movers drop them repeatedly and you lose all 6 pounds of your Latakia. I still can't get over that. And I'll put a little stove red in to give it a nice kind of a sweetness to it. So we've got the Irish part, we've got the Danish part, the German part, the Rustica for the Native American heritage. And by the way, the blend, the name I came up with was Irish Unalii. So Irish, obviously, and Unalii is the Cherokee word for friend. And because Willie Lee is from Georgia, more than likely his family heritage goes back to the Cherokee, I guess. I guessed. I don't really know. And because it's a little Virginia heavy, we're going to put just a touch of dark burley in it. And the last couple of batches I've got of dark burley have been what I consider to be excellent quality. They have just a wonderful flavor. Again, you all know my proclivity to mixing it with Perique to give that stone fruit kind of flavor, and I really like it. So, but anyway, so here is Irish Unalii. Now, Willie Lee, if you see this and you're saying, that's not really what I want to name my blend, tell me what you want to name it, and I'm good with it, and I'll send it out with that on it. But just a really excellent tin note. It's got a wonderful look to it. I'm really, it's a lighter, obviously Virginia forward a little bit with the stoved red and the red Cavendish. It's going to give us a nice sweet flavor, and then just a little kick from the Rustica and dark burley, and I'm pretty excited about where this one is gone. So, excellent. I'll get that in the press, and Willie Lee will head out to you on Friday. If you think of a name between now and Thursday night, let me know. Mike, on to your blend. So, let's get back to this. And Mike was very specific. He wanted 3 ingredients. Mike is not a complicated guy. And you all know his proclivity to Sunset Harbor Flake. So let's see what we can do. A little more. There we go. So we've got the Latakia in it. And when I do these custom blends, I always make 2 samples. One for me and one for the person that requested it. So that I can, put this together in a neat and organized fashion. Okay, now we're going to put a little Basma in. A little Basma in. Of course, I don't have the magic spoon. Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh, where did I put the damn thing? Oh, let's put it somewhere. Well, isn't that some bullshit? I don't know what I do with my magic spoon, so I'll have to try harder with the magic stick so I can get the cream of God into this mix. And we want to go to that much. Excellent. And I am partial to Latakia, and I really like Orientals, and I think that this is going to be something really interesting. I really enjoyed doing Meteora. In fact, it was so good, I just made it running line. I really like it. The blend that Jay and Mike, and it was more Mike. Jay made, Jay and Mike made the final decision because I made him a couple of them. But it really is a wonderfully smooth, flavorful smoke that I really like. And now we have a Latakia's Dream. I've never put this high a percentage of Latakia in anything, but Mike said this is what I want. So here you go, Mike. So it's got a really interesting color to it because of how the Orientals, the Basma, and the Cream of God play with the Latakia. Let's see if we can't give it a little shake in here. All right, so new pipe from Corey, 2 new blends, Irish Unalii for Willie Lee and Satanic Panic for Mike. And they'll go in the presses here in a few minutes. And more blending videos to come. Thank you all for being so patient. Thank you all for supporting the ESF channel and supporting my work. I really appreciate it. If anybody would like to get a custom blend, leave a comment below, message me on Instagram, or you can email me at Emerson Southern. And as we end every video, smoke what you like and don't let anybody tell you different. Y'all have a blessed evening.